us. I want to also thank our city council members, our men and women, for coming from city council. We have many police officers and officials here. I want to thank the school board members for coming today. We appreciate you supporting us always very much. Dr. Atkins, thank you so very much for being here. I know science is one of your passions, so I'm so excited I can barely stand. I just want to say thank you to the Foundation of Lee County Schools. Constant support to us, and we really do appreciate all that you do for our county. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to spend a few moments with us. That's history in the making, so thank you. A very special thank you to John McGowan from CenturyLink. John, I've lost you in the crowd, but we could not have done it without CenturyLink. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that partnership. We appreciate all that you have done to make this possible. We have many sponsors, as you can see, and we will recognize, but I really want to thank CenturyLink. They were the ones that kind of ignited us with Courtney Black, and so we just really want to thank them. And then Brian Darley. Brian, maybe behind the screen. Brian is the person who had made this possible with ham radio. So Brian, thank you. He likes to be behind the scenes. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Mrs. Black is one of our 5th grade teachers. She will tell you she is a science crazy person. She is, and we love having her here. She has inspired our students. She has inspired me as a principal. Students, I'm going to tell you the secret. Science was my worst subject in elementary school. I had to work hard to get the A, and I mean I had to work hard to get that A, and I think once I even got the B, but I worked at it. But it was not easy for me. I had to work at science. Mrs. Black and the other teachers at our school work hard so that you enjoy science and you have hands-on experiences, and we are just so very happy to have Mrs. Black with us at our school and our 5th grade teachers. STEM has come to our school. Science, technology, math, engineering, it's all come. And we are just so excited to have this day and to be able to put it all together in one big event as we do this. Parents, teachers, students who are all excited today, whether they're participating or whether they're in the wings and maybe a tad bit nervous, we're glad that you're here because this is about you. This is about you knowing that you can set goals and have dreams and that they can come true. So we're very excited to have you with us. We're happy to have our news affiliates with us. We're glad to be sharing out across the Lee County schools and know that there are students in other schools watching their classmates today make this conversation happen. So we're very happy to have you. I am Lisa Eastridge, the principal of Allen Park. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm so glad that you're able to participate with us. At this time, we have a video for your viewing, so we will start that video, and shortly we will go to silent as we talk to astronauts.
3, 2, 1.
Space, like there could be anything out. Space, like there could be anything out there.
It just looks so pretty.
Your friends and yourself could be up in space.
Let's do it.
Roger, roll, Atlanta.
ARISS, Amateur Radio on the International Space Station, a program where students get to talk to astronauts aboard the International Space Station by utilizing a simple hand radio.
You're talking to an astronaut live as they pass overhead.
9 Lee County schools are participating in this brand new program. To prepare, students have been tracking their 478 million steps to the moon, planting space tomatoes, and practicing with a ham radio.
Their eyes are open to new worlds that are out there that have yet to be explored and discovered. And I just want them to realize that possibilities really are endless.
It's amazing to think how far we've gotten since John F. Kennedy said we're going to launch a man onto the moon.
Science is just fun, and you get to do whatever the heck you want and experiment. And it's free will. Free will.
Congratulations to all the students involved.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
All right, I just want to first of all say thank you to everybody that came out. I know this is taking a lot for everybody to be here on kind of short notice that we had. as our actual contact date. I also want to thank all of our students and the parents. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. I have behind the screen other members of the Fort Myers Amateur Radio Club. Without them, for me to get this done would be almost impossible. So I have about 8 other members throughout the building behind the screen here helping us run our radios. We have 2 stations. One is a primary, one is a secondary. So as we're using the primary station, that's what we'll be making contact on from this side of the screen. Our tracking software is in the rack here to your or to my left, your right. That's actually going to track the ISS and tell the antenna on the roof, as some of you may have seen when you came in. That antenna stands 8 foot tall. The actual antenna itself is about 10 foot long. So it's roughly 20-something feet up in the air. With the equipment that we have, we should have no issues doing that. With the backup radio, we have a separate antenna for that just in case there is a failure of the primary. ARISS likes to make sure that they err on the side of caution and have a work and a protect actual equipment. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. I know this was kind of short notice to get everybody in and actually on site. So for that, I thank you, and for CenturyLink for purchasing the main parts of the antenna system, Fort Myers Amateur Radio Club for picking up the majority of the rest. We have other sponsors, as you had seen on the board, LTech and Bob Dean Supply. I'm not sure if they made it today or not, but Bob Dean built the stand that the rotor and the antenna sit on. So it would have been almost impossible to hold that up ourselves. With that, I'm not sure who I turn it over to next. Ms. Black. So I want to say thank you, Allen Park, for hosting this and for allowing us to come in and do this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Darling.
You're welcome.
I drugged this poor man on a field trip to Kennedy Space Center and made him sleep on the ground underneath a rocket in a freezing room. And Mrs. Metzger, I don't forget your loyalty. So thank you for everything you've done. It was fun. This is the astronaut, Dr. Annan Chancellor, who we will be speaking with today. She is a certified in internal and aerospace medicine. I did not know you could be board certified in aerospace medicine, but that's pretty cool. This is her 3rd trip to space, and she is a favorite of mine. So I've never met her, but I'm super stoked to get to talk to her today. Now, a little bit of etiquette before we go on. Once we start calling the International Space Station, it is imperative that everyone stay quiet. Now, it's exciting. So I'm going to need a little bit of help. And with you ladies, will you help me? How do you applaud in sign language? Can you show everyone? Okay. When we make our initial contact, I want you to be excited. I want you to applaud, but please keep your applause silent. After Mrs. Black closes out the call, you're going to hear this. Clear and QRT. Once I say clear and QRT, that is when you can cheer. Okay, got it? Awesome. Very, very good. So without any further ado, Krista McCullough said, I touch the future, I teach. And I could not feel more the same. So without any further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the future. Guys, when I call your name, go ahead and come on out here. Our first participant is Rowan Martin. Rowan is 8 years old and in the 3rd grade at Allen Park Elementary. This is her 2nd year participating in Odyssey of the Mind, and when she grows up, she wants to be an astronomer. All right, yes, let's practice. Thank you. Okay, no, stay out here, Rowan. Stay out here. We're lining up, sweetie. It's getting close. All right. This is Addison Stokes. She is 11 years old and currently in the 6th grade at Cypress Lake Middle School. Addison enjoys singing, dancing, acting, playing French horn, reading, and science in her free time. Awesome. All right, this is Catherine DiPlacido. Catherine is 11 years old and a 6th grader at Cypress Lake Middle School. She hopes to one day attend a university in New York City or Washington, D.C., and in her free time, she enjoys Irish dancing. This is Emily Gunger. Emily is a senior at South Fort Myers High School, and she will be attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in the fall. She plans to dual major in computational mathematics and astrophysics. This is one smart cookie. I can't keep up with her. She is a student pilot and hopes to one day become an astronaut. This is Avery Black. Avery is 6 years old and in the first grade here at Allen Park Elementary. She would like to pursue a career in teaching, dentistry, or work at a pet shelter. Will you hold that for me for just a second? She says her friends are her heroes and her favorite thing to do is work on art projects. And this is Joshua Yu. Joshua is 11 years old and currently in the 6th grade at Paul Laurence Dunbar Middle School. He would like to pursue a career in pediatric neurosurgery, and he believes space exploration is important because he'd like to know whether microgravity in space can be used to treat health problems. These kids are so smart. All right. Next is Peyton Moon McCarthy. She is 14 years old in the 9th grade at North Fort Myers High School. She would like to pursue a career in the field of STEM, specifically engineering and mathematics. She has always been extremely interested in space exploration and is honored to be part of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Our next participant is Nashini Fernando. Nashini is 10 years old and she is a 5th grader here at Allen Park Elementary. Nashini believes that space exploration is important because it makes us safer and improves the quality of life through all of NASA's patents and inventions. She'd also like to discover if there are alien life forms in other galaxies. Next is Marcel Suarez. This is Marcel, and he is 12 years old, a 7th grader at Gulf Middle School. Marcel believes that space exploration is of great importance because it advances our knowledge of everything that surrounds us and could ensure humanity's survival for much longer. Next is Zoe Stamatopoulos. Zoe is 11 years old and in 6th grade at Paul Laurence Dunbar Middle School. She believes space exploration is important so that we can discover new worlds and perhaps travel there someday. Next is Quinlan Conry. Quinlan is 12 years old and is currently in 6th grade and attending Three Oaks Middle School. Her ambition in life is to become an astronaut and work at Kennedy Space Center. Next is Christopher Howard. He is 15 years old and is interested in a career in aeronautical and propulsion engineering. However, his true dream is to become an astronaut and to venture beyond the Earth's atmosphere, to experience microgravity and see the Earth as a whole, as well as conduct scientific research in space. This is his life goal. Next is Harry Doucette. Harry is a 6th grader, Cambridge student from Lehigh Acres Middle School. Harry enjoys all types of scientific discovery, from biology to physics. He is also a Boy Scout with Troop 314 at the IMAG History and Science Center in Fort Myers. He's always been interested in seeing how things work. His recent trip to the Kennedy Space Center really piqued his interest in NASA, where he got to talk with an astronaut and sleep under the Atlantis orbiter. He wants to work on the Orion mission in hopes of getting people to Mars. Next is Mr. Orrin Philpott. Orrin is 9 years old. His future career interests include space explorer, coder, or Olympic swimmer. He enjoys watching NASA television, watching TV in general, and playing on the computer. He feels space exploration is important because if it isn't explored, we may not find new worlds that we can live in. We may also find other natural resources that we might need. Scott Parazynski became Orrin's favorite astronaut after he met him at Kennedy Space Center, and he hopes to see him again in the future. I have a feeling he will. This is Maite Arezia. She is 17 years old and in the 12th grade at Cape Coral High School. She is captain of her varsity swim team, involved in NHS, Spanish Honor Society, and math team. She is planning on attending either West Point or the United States Naval Academy in the class of 2023 and will major in aerospace engineering. She will pursue a career as a pilot in the hopes of one day becoming an astronaut. This is Carl Schott. Carl is a 7th grader who is planning to attend MIT someday. There he plans on studying science and engineering and eventually pursue a career in the space industry. This is Bennett Black. Bennett is in 2nd grade here at Allen Park and he is 8 years old. When he grows up, he would either like to be the next Tiger Woods or to be a teacher. He says his biggest heroes are his mom, his dad, and his teacher, Miss Marinelle. This is Emma Giordano. She is 11 years old and in the 5th grade here at Allen Park Elementary. She would like to be an astronomer or a writer when she grows up. It's okay, you can get it. Thanks. Nope. Next is Elliot DaCosta. He is 12 and in the 7th grade at the Sanibel School. He loves soccer. He was co-captain of the Florida State Olympic Development Program team and is in the U.S. Southern Regional Team pool. All right, next is Brandon Saray. He is 9 years old and in 4th grade here at Allen Park. He has a passion for math and science and would like to be an engineer when he grows up. He thinks space exploration is important to better understand the mysteries of our universe. And last but not least, this is Zakai Fulcher. Zakai is 8 years old and absolutely loves science. When he grows up, he would like to be, wait for it, an astronaut. Ladies and gentlemen, our 21 ARISS participants. Yes. 9 minutes. Okay, in approximately 9 minutes, the International Space Station will enter into the territory where we will be able to make radio contact. Excuse me, I just had to geek out for just a second. Okay, at that time, we will begin calling them. I know that this is a big ask. My students back there, you're doing an awesome job. I love you. Hi, LeMaze. All right, once we begin calling those students, that is your time for absolute silence. I'll put the notification up on the board so you know when you need to stay silent. Okay? So if you'll just hang tight, we're going to go ahead and get our final preparations done. And thank you, everyone, for being here, especially parents. You were rock stars. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, can we move over just a little bit? Shoulder to shoulder, move over just a little bit. Addison, just right here, sweetie. There's a really cool app called Spot the Station, and right after sunset and right before sunrise is the best time that you can possibly see the station. It looks like a very fast-moving plane, but it's not going to blink, and it moves at approximately 17,100 miles an hour. Okay, so it's really fine. It's super cool. They do all kinds of experiments. Dr. Chancellor's going to answer, Dr. Annan Chancellor is going to answer A lot of questions. These kids have come up with some really brilliant ones. Questions? Anybody have any questions? I'll answer what I can. I can't guarantee that I can answer them. Yes, in the back. Who is that? That's an excellent question now. I do know that one. They have special sleep sacks that are attached to the wall. There are all kinds of videos on YouTube that talk about how do astronauts wash their hair. They can't exactly take a shower because the water would float everywhere. Okay, so they have special ways that they know how to wash their hair using little water packets and combing through shampoo. But they could sleep upside down. They could sleep standing up. They don't have a sense of up or down on the International Space Station because of microgravity. Good question. Any other questions? Eric. That's a good question. Eric, how do you think they travel that fast around the Earth? He's like, I don't know. That's why I asked you. Okay. What is missing in space that we have here on gravity? Teacher fail. I'm going back here now. Okay. So with the absence of gravity, who knows a little bit about Newton's laws of motion? We haven't covered that yet. That's next semester. I'm following the curriculum map, okay? Okay. Yeah. She knows. Yes, Emily knows. Okay, Emily.
So basically, like, what goes up must come down. That's like the first, like, there's 3 laws, and then the others. Number 2 is, so, an object in motion must, like, stay in motion unless there's something that prevents it to stop.
Okay, so an object in motion. The ISS is already in motion. In fact, it's in constant free fall. That's why it travels so fast. It's falling. I mean, that's terrifying to me. I won't even ride Falcon's Fury. Mrs. Eastridge says I'm going to be the next astronaut, and I'm like, I don't even fly well. I'll be on ground. I'll do something and cheer them on. I'm waiting for one of y'all to be an astronaut. You better invite me to a launch. That's all I got to say. You will? Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah. 3 minutes. Okay, maybe time for one more question. Arnaya? Excellent question. Actually, do you think that they made it in one day? Guys, it was a series of several years. They had to take it up bit by bit and assemble it in space. Okay, which is pretty cool. All right, Yvonne. How do they wash their clothes? Excellent question. I have no idea. I don't think they probably have some sort of, because they're up there for 6 months. I mean, that's some ripe laundry. I mean, my kids are stinky, but I can't imagine. Okay, LeMaze, what's your question? LeMaze. You forgot. Okay. Emma? Okay, you'll get to see the picture of her right here. Okay, but that's it. This is a radio call, so we're not going to see a video downlink here. We're at 2 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm going to have you hold off your questions. I'll answer them in class tomorrow. Okay? Tomorrow, yeah. Yes, you have to come to school tomorrow. That was the deal. Shh.
November Alpha 1, Sierra Sierra. This is Whiskey 0, Charlie Tango Lima for scheduled ARISS contact. Over. November Alpha 1, Sierra Sierra. This is Whiskey 0, Charlie Tango Lima. Over. November Alpha 1, Sierra Sierra. This is Whiskey 0, Charlie Tango Lima for scheduled ARISS contact. Over. November Alpha 1, Sierra Sierra. This is Whiskey 0, Charlie Tango Lima. Copy. Ready for our students. Over.
Fantastic. And Allen Park Elementary School, welcome to the International Space Station.
My name is Roland Martin. What kinds of experiments do you do on the ISS? Over.
We do some great experiments up here, everything from cancer research to material science. We do an experiment every day with how we turn urine into water. Over.
My name is Addison Stokes. How do you relax on the ISS? Over.
Addison, one of our favorite things to do is movie night every Saturday night with the whole crew, and we even have special movie theaters. Over.
My name is Catherine DiPlacido. What are some of the most common errors when working outside or inside the ISS? Over.
Honestly, some of the most common errors are not following directions closely. It's important on Earth, and it's important up here, too. Over.
My name is Emily Gunger. Did you enter the military, and how many years of flying did you complete before being chosen to go to space? Over.
So we have both military and civilian astronauts. I'm a civilian doctor, actually. We have military astronauts that are both pilots and non-pilots, and civilians that are engineers, scientists, and doctors. So you can enter the astronaut corps either way. Over.
Hi, my name is Avery Black. And how often do you get to talk to your family? Over.
Hi, Avery. Actually, I can call my family every day on the cell phone if I want to, and then once a week I get to see them on kind of a video conference. Over.
My name is Joshua Yu. Who or what inspired you to be an astronaut and have a STEM-based career? Over.
Actually, my family was very supportive when I was growing up, and I just remember watching shuttles launch over and over and over again and absolutely loved it and knew I needed to be there. Over.
My name is Peyton Moon McCarthy. What qualities or characteristics do you believe are necessary to pursue a career involving space exploration? Over.
Honestly, determination. Don't let anybody ever tell you what you can and can't do. Only you can determine that. Over.
My name is Nashini Fernando. What subjects do you have to focus on the most, and how long is the training to become an astronaut? Over.
So the training can be long, but I'd say that there's no one subject that is more important than others. Science, math, and certainly learning how to read and write well is also very, very important. Over.
My name is Marcel Suarez. What accomplishments do you think are possible 30 years from now? Over.
So I think 30 years from now we'll be living on the moon, possibly living on Mars, and learning that humans can successfully live off this planet. Over.
My name is Zoe Stamatopoulos. How do you keep up with physical activity aboard the ISS? Over.
Well, Zoe, I just finished working out right before talking with you guys. I spent an hour on our treadmill running, and then I actually lifted weights with a special machine for an hour and a half, and we do that every day. Over.
My name is Quinlan Conry. What career path would you recommend for someone wanting to follow in your footsteps? Over.
Honestly, the career path to follow is the one that you want to do. I really wanted to be a doctor, and so that's what I did. And then I looked into becoming an astronaut after that. So don't pick a career because you think NASA wants you to pick it. You pick it because it's what you want to do.
My name is Christopher Howard. How do you think the private space industry will affect government agencies such as NASA as well as the field itself? Over.
So we are waiting for our commercial companies to finish building their vehicles so they can launch astronauts to and from the ISS right now. And we are hoping that will be very soon in the next year. So we're very excited about the progress they're making. Over.
My name is Harry Doucette. How do astronauts experiencing long periods of time in space protect themselves from the dangerous electromagnetic waves that come from the sun? Over.
So Harry, you're talking about space radiation. Great question. And the way we protect ourselves is the ISS, the thickness of the shielding, the Earth's atmosphere, and the Earth's magnetic field all protect us from radiation right now. But that will change as we head out to Mars because we won't have the protection of the Earth anymore. So it'll be a big problem we need to work on. Over.
My name is Oren Philpott. What is it like to dock on the ISS? Over.
It was the most wonderful feeling to feel our Soyuz spacecraft touch and dock with ISS because we knew our friends were waiting for us on the other side. Over.
My name is Maite Ariza. How has your perspective of the Earth changed since being in space? Over.
My perspective has changed because I've seen what we can accomplish while orbiting around the Earth. We just had HTV, our Japanese cargo vehicle, dock the other day, and to see that vehicle fly up to the space station and dock like it was easy business was absolutely amazing. Over.
My name is Carl Schott. How would you go about harvesting crops on another planet, and what are the necessities needed to complete this task? Over.
So we're actually growing plants up here in the space station, and two of the most important things we look at is how water is able to get to the plants because we do not have gravity up here. And we also don't use soil, we use a nutrient-rich mixture. So my question would be is what would you use on a different planet? Over.
My name is Bennett Black, and does food taste different in space? Over.
It doesn't taste different, but a lot of our food is kind of mushy, and so we miss crunchy foods like crunchy tacos and things like that. So that would be my goal for the future is to have more crunchy food in space. Over.
My name is Emma Giordano, and what is the temperature of the International Space Station, and can you change it? Over.
So the temperature of the space station is almost exactly like your house. It's very comfortable. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt right now, and yep, you can change it up or down, whatever is comfortable for the crew. Over.
My name is Elliot DaCosta, and how many people can be on the ISS at one time?
So we can support a lot of people. When the shuttles were still flying, we had up to 13 people on board the ISS for certain periods of time, about a couple weeks. Usually up here right now, we have about 6 people. So right now we have 3, and we're waiting for the next crew to launch in just a couple days. Over.
My name is Brandon Stray. What are the different jobs at a space station? Over.
Tons of different jobs. Our jobs are science every day. We also do routine maintenance because the station's like an old house. We need to fix things. We do space walks outside the space station. We do robotics. So every day is different, and we all share the different jobs. Over.
My name is Akai Fulcher. How would you describe what it feels like to be floating in space? Over.
Let me tell you, it never gets old. Every day is like a dance. Because everywhere you float, you can go up or down or left or right and walk or dance or twirl or spin. And it never gets old. It never gets boring. Over.
Dr. Anand Chancellor, this is Courtney Black. I'm the coordinator here at Allen Park Elementary. Thank you so much for your time today. What advice would you give to educators who are trying to inspire the next generation of engineers and astronauts?
What I would tell educators is tell kids not to be afraid to bother people and ask them what their job is, to learn what they do, find out what their research is. It's how kids learn, and I think a lot of students are afraid to ask somebody what they do because they think they're bothering them. But my quote this whole mission has been, go ahead and bother. It's the only way you're going to learn and see if it's something you may want to do in the future.
Thank you so much. How long have you been on the International Space Station, and when do you come home? Over.
So we launched on our 4 months in March, about a day or so ago. Here's watching undocked on December 13th.
Dr. Anand Chancellor, thank you so much for your time. November Alpha 1, Sierra Sierra 73. This is Whiskey 0, Charlie Tango Lima. Clear and QRT.
Great talking to you guys. Good luck with everything.
All right. Some of the kids are asking, do you know what the answer was? I was so excited I didn't hear. This is all recorded. You can view it on the district's special link. Thank you, Jason. YouTube channel. YouTube channel. So you'll be able to go back and actually listen to what she said. Thank you so much, kids. You were phenomenal. I know. We have a special presentation from the office of Senator Bill Nelson's office. This is Liz King, and she's here to present our student ARISS participants. with a special letter.
Thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations, guys. Well done. And Mrs. Black, yay. I have the opportunity of working for a real astronaut. So he was very thrilled when he heard that you guys were going to have a chance to experience this. He sent you letters. So if I may read the letter to you, I've got one for each of you, all right? Congratulations on your opportunity to ask an astronaut a question using the International Space Station ham radio. It is an honor to be selected to learn more about space and the ISS as conversation with the astronauts on board. As a child growing up in Central Florida, I never imagined that one day I would catapult into space from a NASA launch site just miles from my grandfather's homestead in Brevard County. I was serving as chairman of the U.S. Congressional Space Station and Applications Subcommittee when I received and accepted an invitation to fly on the 24th flight of the space shuttle as a payload specialist. The 6 days I spent orbiting Earth aboard the shuttle Columbia were some of the most memorable of my life. During my flight training and time in space, my eyes were opened not only to the importance of the nation's space program, but also to the beauty and fragility of planet Earth. Our lives are enriched by many outstanding technological breakthroughs from the space program, and space exploration has inspired generations to pursue education in science and math. May this experience whet your appetite for scientific learning and maybe a trip into space as an astronaut. I wish you the best of luck in school and with all your future endeavors. Sincerely, Bill Nelson.
No, here, I'll say their name. Rowan Martin. Addison Stokes, Catherine D. Placido, Emily Gunger, Avery Black, Joshua Yu, Peyton Moon McCarthy, Nishini Fernando, Marcel Suarez, Zoe Stamatopoulos, Quinlan Conry, Christopher Howard, Harry Doucette, Orrin Philpott, Maite Areza, Carl Schott, Emma Bennett Black, Emma Giordano, Elliot DaCosta, Brandon Saray, and Zakai Fulcher. Thank you so much, Liz King. We appreciate you being here. Okay. All right. ARISS participants sit down real quick. We have one more thing to do before we conclude our ARISS contact for 2018. We hope that there will be many more in Lee County in the future. We have the equipment. We're laying down the gauntlet. Other teachers, pick it up. We can do it. Yep, ready. Wrong switch. That's okay. We got the important one right. It's fine. We wanted you to see the behind the scenes. This was literally the effort of hundreds of people. There we go.
Okay, I wanted you guys to be able to see what it takes behind the scenes for us to have the successful ARISS contact. So when I was talking about having a primary and a secondary station, here you go. There's your secondary station. We have our operator, Dan, who is partnered with John in the back there. John, step forward. Don't be shy. On the primary station, we had Tom and also Steve. And the behind the scenes are, we actually have Larry. We have Artis. We have Ryan from ARISS, who is one of our mentors. We have Robert Pentazis, put your hand up. We have Tony. And on the end down here is another Robert. Okay. And Steve is hiding somewhere in the back. Okay. There's our other ARISS mentor. These guys have been a godsend for me to be able to make sure that everything that we planned worked out, that we didn't have any issues. They have to certify or approve my equipment plan. So anything that I say has to be approved by them as far as the equipment that we use. These guys are the ones I had to go to. So when Ms. Black and I had questions, unfortunately they had to answer our emails, text messages, and phone calls at all hours of the day and night. But without my group from the Fort Myers Amateur Radio Club, this would not have happened. So please give them a round of applause. And then also to switch it up, we have members from CenturyLink other than myself that are here. I won't ask you guys to stand up, but if you could raise your hand. CenturyLink. You don't have to stand, you just raise your hands. So I want to say thank you to CenturyLink. So we were able to get quite a bit done through CenturyLink with the actual grant from them to purchase the equipment. So without CenturyLink's involvement, the antenna system would be a little farther along than it was. But I couldn't do this without the backing of my supervisors and also local management. So for them, I say thank you. And our students, how cool was that? Awesome. Is it better than you thought? That's all I have. Thank you.
Parents, thank you so much. Staff, officials, thank you for being here today. This does conclude our morning here and our afternoon. Parents, I know you might want some photo ops, so please feel free that you can. I am going to ask the 5th grade in the back to just reverse out the door as you head back to your classes. Boys and girls, you rock back there. Nice job. Nice job.